I should not have said it out loud, but the moment I saw her face, the words tore out of me before I could stop them. My wife died 5 years ago, so why do you have her face? The room went silent, not the polite kind of silence you get in corporate meetings when people wait their turn to speak. This was heavier, the kind of silence that makes your ears ring and your heart pound so loud you are sure everyone can hear it. The woman sitting across the table did not blink. She was the one who had just fired me. 10 minutes earlier she had been calm, composed, professional. The kind of executive who spoke in careful sentences about restructuring and company direction. The kind of woman who looked like she belonged in the glass tower of Vertex Technologies. But now she was staring at me. And for the first time since I walked into that room, the mask on her face cracked, just a little. Her fingers tightened around the folder on the table. The knuckles went white. "You should leave now, Mr. Cole," she said quietly. Her voice was steady, too steady. But her eyes were not calm at all, because they were Emily's eyes, exactly the same. The same deep blue color that had once watched our daughter take her first steps across the living room floor. The same shape that used to crinkle when she laughed at jokes that were not even funny. The same eyes I had watched slowly close in a hospital room 5 years ago. I leaned forward in my chair. "No." Her jaw tightened. "I said you should leave." "I buried my wife," I said. The words came out rough. I had not meant to say them like that, but once they started coming, I could not stop. I held her hand when she died. I signed the paperwork. I scattered half her ashes into the ocean. My chest felt tight now, like the room was slowly running out of air. "And yet you're sitting here looking at me with her face." The woman across the table stood up, sharp, controlled, like a soldier reacting to danger. "You are grieving," she said. "I'm not hallucinating." Her eyes flickered, just for a second, and in that second something cold ran through my spine, because she was not surprised, she was scared. The door behind me opened. Security. 2 men in black uniforms stepped into the room like shadows sliding across the wall. The woman spoke again without looking at them. "Escort Mr. Cole out of the building." Her voice had hardened again, professional, distant. The same voice she had used 10 minutes earlier when she told me my 6-year career at Vertex Technologies was over. Position eliminated, corporate restructuring, difficult decisions. I stood slowly. My hands were shaking now, not from anger, from something worse. Hope, the kind of hope that hurts, because hope means you might lose something all over again. As the security guard stepped closer, I looked at her one more time. "I know my wife's face," I said quietly. For a moment her expression cracked again. Pain, real pain. Then it was gone. "You're mistaken." The guards guided me toward the door. I did not resist, but right before I crossed the threshold I turned back. "Emily," I said. The name hung in the air like a dropped glass. And that was when it happened. Her hand slipped. The folder she was holding fell open. Papers scattered across the polished conference table. For a brief second I saw the top sheet, my termination file, but that was not what froze my heart. It was the photograph clipped to the inside, a photo of me, holding Lily at the park, taken from a distance. The kind of photo someone takes when they are watching you without you knowing. The guards pushed me into the hallway before I could say anything else. The door closed behind me, and just like that the woman with my dead wife's face was gone again. 10 minutes later I was standing in the parking lot, my cardboard box in my hands. 6 years of work reduced to a few mugs, some notebooks, and a dying desk plant. The building towered above me, 15 floors of glass reflecting the gray Portland sky. I told myself to walk away, just get in the car, go home to Lily. Pretend this day never happened, but something pulled my eyes upward, and that was when I saw her again, 15 floors above me, standing behind the glass of the executive suite, watching. The distance should have hidden her face, but I knew it anyway. Emily. The same golden hair catching the morning light, the same curve of her mouth, the same eyes. The woman who had died in my arms 5 years ago. She was looking straight down at me. The cardboard box slipped from my hands. Pens rolled across the pavement. The framed photo of Lily shattered on the asphalt. I did not notice any of it, because the woman in the window lifted her hand slowly. and pressed it against the glass, exactly the way Emily used to do when Lily waved goodbye through the daycare window every morning. My heart stopped. I whispered the only word my brain could still form: Emily. Then the woman stepped back and disappeared into the shadows, and suddenly I knew something terrifying. I had not imagined her, which meant only one thing: either my wife had never died, or someone in that building had been watching my family for a very long time, and I was about to find out why. I drove home like a man who had forgotten how roads worked. The whole way my mind kept replaying the same image: her hand on the glass. The exact same gesture Emily used to make every morning when Lily waved goodbye at daycare. People do not copy small habits like that by accident. Those little things belong to the people you love, and that woman had just used one. By the time I pulled into the driveway, my hands were still shaking. The house looked the same as always: white siding, small porch, the maple tree in the front yard already losing its leaves. Nothing about it hinted that the world had just split open somewhere 15 floors above a parking lot. But the moment I stepped inside, reality returned. Daddy. Lily came running down the hallway with her stuffed elephant dragging behind her. 8 years old, too observant for her own good. She stopped when she saw my face. "You look weird," she said carefully. Kids have no filter, they just say the truth. I forced a smile and crouched down to hug her. "Long day at work." "Did your boss yell at you again?" I froze. Emily used to say Lily could read emotions like weather reports. I guess that never changed. "No yelling," I said softly, "just changes." She studied me for a moment longer, then wrapped her arms around my neck. "It's okay. Mommy says bad days pass." My chest tightened. Emily used to say that exact sentence: "Kids remember everything." We ordered pizza that night. Watched the same animated movie Lily had seen 12 times already. I laughed at the right places, pretended everything was normal, but my brain never left that conference room, or that window, or that face. After Lily fell asleep, I sat alone in the living room with my laptop. One name, that was all I needed: Catherine Reed, Chief Operating Officer, Vertex Technologies, 6 months at the company, former VP at Meridian Solutions, Stanford MBA, 20 years of corporate leadership, impressive results.